Following the 2022 Qatar World Cup, the City boss Pep Guardiola publicly criticised Kalvin Phillips' physical condition when he returned to Manchester. Guardiola has been speaking to the media ahead of his side's home match to Brentford tonight. It's live and exclusive on talkSPORT straight after us. He apologised to Phillips for last year's comments.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Once in years is not bad. But I'm so sorry. I apologise to him. I do apologise, so I'm sorry.
And he says he didn't speak to you about that at all. Did you feel that you...
Sorry?
He said that he didn't sort of clear the air with you over that. Did you feel that...
Oh, no, I spoke about that, yeah.
You spoke with him about it?
Yeah, before I said to say, I spoke to him.
Right.
I never, before I said something here, I didn't speak with the teams, with the players in that case.
What do you make of when Pep answers questions like that?
I feel like he gets a little bit irritated sometimes with the question.
Facetious.
But I think they all do. Jurgen Klopp's the same. Arteta's the same.
Yeah.
Ten Hag's the same.
Even Ange Postecoglou's like that now.
A little bit, yeah, when they asked him, like, he's managing Tottenham and enjoying it, and they're going about, the Liverpool job.
Yeah.
Like, shut up.
Yeah.
What are you asking me that question for?
What I really want to get your views on whether or not it's okay, not necessarily to fat shame, but if you've got a player on X amount of money, and I do think that the money is relevant here, right? Because if you're paying these people copious amounts of money, you're making them millionaires overnight. Do you have every right as a manager to look at these players and say, oi, you put on a little bit too much weight, you need to lose it?
Yeah, well, I need to see, because I don't remember him coming out and saying he's overweight. First and foremost, I remember him mentioning something about his condition.
Yeah.
But I don't ever remember him coming out and saying those words, Kalvin Phillips overweight. But I think when you get to a level that Pep's and his squad are at, I mean, you talk about the best team on the planet that won, the treble last season, won 5 out of 6 Premier Leagues, could be going for 4 in a row. Clearly there's a standard, which I'm sure when Kalvin Phillips was in England duty, he would have spoke to Grealish, he would have spoke to John Stones, these guys, Foden, and he would have said, listen, I think I'm going to City. Like, what's Pep like? And they would have said, listen, these are his standards. And if you drop below these standards, you don't play.
No good.
It's not good. Now, Kalvin Phillips probably owes it to himself going into that dressing room that he's in the absolute best condition he could possibly be.
He has to be 100.
Well, he's got to be 110. Because remember, he was never going to walk into that team ahead of Rodri. So what he was having to do was get himself to a level where if Rodri was out, he would be the next one in, or he could play with Rodri at times. But it turned into John Stones playing in there ahead of him, Akanji playing in there ahead of him. Do you know what I mean? And he never gave himself the opportunity to get to that level. But also as well, when you look at Kalvin Phillips now, and again, it's no disrespect to him, but he looks way off the pace even at West Ham. So that tells you that he's not. I know he hasn't played much football, but he's not in the peak physical condition that he probably should be in.
But do you think it can damage a player? Do you think that maybe footballers are too sensitive? Do you remember Luke Shaw had a similar problem with Jose at Man United?
Do you know, fair play to him though. Look how he dealt with that.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, he was almost like, all right, I'll show you, and I'll look at him. Like, I think Luke Shaw's fantastic fullback. I think they're probably best left back.
Without doubt.
Kalvin Phillips though is at the minute, and again, it might not be fair to him, but when you fat shame someone, that will never leave him. So wherever he goes, football fans will give him a bit of stick. That's just the norm. Yeah. But where he's not helping himself is that because his performances for West Ham have been so below par, everyone else is going, see?
But in a short space of time.
Mate, football's a short... We know what people are like.
Yeah,
Football fans, they
quick.
It's about what's going on now. They don't think about what's gone on before. So all of a sudden now, you look at Kalvin Phillips' performances and people are going, see? Pep was right. See, Pep was right. That's why he's not playing. So it's incredible.
And you're labelled with that for a long
Exactly.
time.
It's harsh, but all Kalvin Phillips can do is do what Luke Shaw did. Put your head down, work hard, get yourself in the best shape you can be in.
Have you ever had that before? Have you had a manager fat shame you or anything like that?
Yeah, I had it at Fulham.
Go on.
Where I spoke about it before. I got to Fulham. I hadn't done a pre-season.
Who's the manager?
We had 3 that year.
Is that the Magat time?
Magat was at the end, but I think it was Rennie Murenstein, I had a bit of a to do with. And I got myself in shape because even when you look at the picture of me scoring against United at Old Trafford, ripped beyond belief.
So what happened? Tell me the story.
It took me ages to get fit.
Go on. I was going to say, tell me the story of
I was at Villa.
Yeah.
I obviously didn't do pre-season with the team because I'd been put to the side with a few other players. The first bit of match play I got to play was the first game against Arsenal. I hadn't had any pre-season whatsoever, so I just wasn't fit. And it took me absolutely ages to get my fitness.
And did you know who's the manager that had a pop
Rennie.
in? Okay, and what did he say to you? What happened? Did he sit you down or what?
Thinking about it now, he never said anything to me, but I read it in a paper.
What, he was quoted?
Yeah.
Go on.
I can't remember what the quote was. Do you know what I mean? I can't remember the quote, but I remember it, and it stuck. Like, it stuck. But it's one of those things where...
And was it a nice thing, like as soon as Darren gets back to full fitness? Or
I don't think it was. I don't think it was.
Do you ever speak to him about it?
No. I mean, me and Rennie are fine. Like, if I see him, I'll say, hello, how you doing?
Just don't see him in a drive-through.
Yeah, for Taco Bell.
But you think managers have got every right to do that?
They have, yeah.
Like, remember Eden Hazard, right?
As long as the manager has spoke to the player first. Like if Pep's gone to Kalvin Phillips, listen, you're too heavy, sort it out, and you'll be fine. If then Kalvin Phillips hasn't taken that information on board, and it's like another 4 weeks have passed, and he's still like that, then what's Pep supposed to do?
Have you ever been at a club where managers come in and change things? Yeah, I've heard the stories about like you can't have sugar and all that.
One day came in, and he came in and he changed it drastically. The food, the requirements, your body fat, the weight of you, and it was that tough when he first came to do it. Like a player, I won't mention his name, he ended up on a drip because it was that.
What?
Because he had to lose that much weight so quickly, his body just weren't used to it.
A well-known established player.
Well-known established player ended up on a drip after one day he came in and was like, "This is the weight you need to be."
Hospital.
Yeah.
Why? Because he was trying to lose so much weight.
Because
was he tubby?
And this is the thing, I would have never looked at him and said, he's big. In actual fact, he was in great nick. But one day he just came in and went fine margins, changed the whole food, one meat option, one fish option.
So he collapsed?
He just had nothing left. It's crazy.
Wow. How long was he in hospital for?
I don't think it was that long.
Is that a known story? Is that out there?
Yeah, I mean, amongst the players, yeah.
But not out there in the press?
Not really.
But that player, if you told me his name, don't tell me his name, but if you told me his name, I know it was.
Mate, come on, he's established. Great, wow. And great guy as well.
Is that frightening then?
It's,
when that happened, tell me what happened then.
Well, no, the manager just came in and I think he said the guy's name then. But then we came in one day and he's like, "Where's?" We've
got a dub button, don't worry.
"Where's so and so?" And the physio was like, "He's in hospital. Like collapsed. He's like didn't have enough."
And after that, when that player, let's call him John Doe, right?
Came back.
When that player came back, did all of that then stop, or did he have to maintain that?
Had to maintain it. So
it wasn't a wake-up call for the manager.
No, it was just that the manager wanted everyone, and fair play to one day, he wanted everyone at a certain weight and a certain body fat.
Wow.
And that's why he changed the whole diet.
That's crazy.
As I said, I can't remember being pasta options. There might have been, but all I can remember was, I mean, I don't like ketchup anyway, but no ketchup.
Is it that bad, ketchup?
He thought so. No salt and pepper.
Right.
All you could have was a bit of olive oil. So you could have your meat, your fish.
Just to give it a little bit of flavour.
Olive oil, a bit of rice, a bit of veg. That was it. Crumble, gone.
No chance.
Damn.
If one day Ramos came in to be the programme director of talkSPORT, so you got all the presenters, who's suffering the most?
I ain't doing that. Honestly, I ain't doing that. What's wrong with you?
Who's going for it?
Good guy though. His staff, I really liked his staff. But
do you know him?
If I spoke to him, yeah, but I don't think English was great.
Should we try? His English is no good.
It's all right.
What about McGat? What's his English like?
You don't want that.
Yeah, we do want him on the show.
We'll ask Felix.
Okay, do you know him well enough?
No.
Okay.
Do you know what we need to get? We need to get Capello's guy. I can't remember his name though. Number 2 or 3.
What? No, not we. You. You know all these people.
He went to Roma.
Yeah.
What a guy he was. I can't remember his name though.
Do you want to get him on?
I'll find out in the break.
Where do you know him from?
England.
Right. Who's his number 2?
Can't remember his name. I'll find out.
You're not thinking of Talk Grip's Sven's number 2, yeah?
Absolutely no.
Do you know Talk Grip?
Yeah.
What was he like?
I think he was alright. It's a long time ago.
All right, okay.
But now I try and think of Capello's number 2.
All right, okay. Interesting stuff.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.